Hey guys, welcome to Oddcast, the Four Nerds by Nerds show. And today we're here to talk to you about my Lord and Savior, Vigo.
We're not talking about Vigo the Carpathian. Sorry.
You are but the nipping of flies to him.
Yeah,
no, I'm kidding, guys. We're actually going to talk about Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Alright, so spoiler free, what does everybody give it?
No.
You're going to start it off, Judah.
Yeah.
You go first.
I gave it a good 9.
Wow.
Paige, what are you going with?
That is probably in the...
I saw.
No, you've given it a 9 before. You've never
Yeah.
given anything a 10. Okay, 9. Joe, what do you give it?
Oh, no, I want to know what you gave it first.
See, I would have given it an 8. Yeah, maybe 8.25. Yeah.
I think I would probably also go with a 9.
Yeah.
Actually,
And it has
I
nothing
might
to
give
do
it
with-
an 8.5.
It has nothing to do with
8.5.
nostalgia for me either. It has nothing to do with nostalgia.
It has partial to do
partial, but not
nostalgia for
not
me.
all. Definitely not all. Because at best case, I would have gave 2016
No,
Ghostbusters
yeah, 8.5. 8.5.
something.
Really good. It was really, really good. I especially loved. Okay, so now spoiler alert.
Yeah, so now's your chance to get out.
Yeah. Even though you should have already.
Yeah,
watched
be
it.
like Walter, be like Mr. Peck. If you're going to hang out, don't do it. Don't turn off the containment unit.
I loved all the actors. All the actors did such a great job, especially that little girl.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, she rocked it.
Yeah, I've seen her in a couple of things, and everything I've ever seen her in, she's been amazing. So she
It's the first
really
time I've
killed
seen
it.
her in something. But she did really great embodying the vocal pitch of Egon.
Well, and she was a really good representation for neurodivergent people because she's clearly on the spectrum and also just dealt with things in a different way. So it was great to see that type of representation too. She did it so perfectly. She really, really did.
Maybe it's the apocalypse.
I think, to be honest, I think my favorite character was her friend, the podcast.
Podcast was great
Podcast
too. He was
great.
so cute. They were so adorable.
Yeah.
They
He's
were
not in
adorable.
Any of the trailers?
No, he wasn't. I
He
had
shows
no
up in the movie and
idea.
you're like, who's this? Okay, I
Yeah,
dig this.
this
I
kid
dig
is
this.
great.
He's the Ray.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he's
the Ray that hurt
definitely the
Egon. I was
Yeah.
like, dope.
Yeah,
Excellent.
it was a great casting.
Even down to like he figures out the electronic components for things. I'm like, excellent. This is perfect.
Yeah, it
Well
was.
done. Great
I was
match.
like, yeah,
It was really
podcast
good.
was great.
Yeah.
I definitely dig podcast. Wolf, what's his name?
Yeah, I know. The kid from Stranger
Yeah,
Things.
kids. I thought he was great. I was kind of half expecting to see him do a little bit of like his Stranger Things type stuff since it's kind of similar genre, but like
Yeah, it
nah,
was actually.
he kind of was his own little.
I think that he was in it just enough. Like, I think that he did a great job of what he had, but like, yeah, I mean, I was happy with that amount. But I think that definitely making the girl the focus is
Definitely the right call, in my opinion.
for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
it also tied him to her father, which then tied them back to the old. Like she was the connecting link to the old Ghostbusters. So
Yeah.
it was necessary for her to be the focal point for them to be able to use the nostalgia machine the way that they did because they did it
And they-
so well.
Yeah, and they did it the correct way.
Where
it
the
was
correct
fan
way.
service, not pandering.
Yeah,
Yes.
like and I have to say this, in the theater I went to, because we saw it separately. I was off working, but the theater I was in, everybody in the theater gasped when Ray said, "Egon Spengler can go to hell." I was like, "What did he do?"
That's cool.
I was like, "Why would he say Egon could go to hell?" Like, I was like, "Damn, his daughter don't like him." I was like, "Ray doesn't like it." Like, what happened?
Yeah.
Like, it was
He became so obsessed with it.
a gasp moment. I was like,
And I like how they did him in the beginning because obviously he's
Oh my
the
God.
actor's been dead for a while.
I was like,
It was so well done.
I was taken back a little bit. I was like, because like it starts off, if you've seen it, starts off with you see the mountain and then the swirling smoke and then you see the
His silhouette.
Yeah.
And,
I was like this was
Yeah, they did a great
So
job
well
of
done.
showing but not showing.
yeah.
It was done very 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 well.
Yeah.
And what's funny was the moment he got taken, I was like, all right, well, he's a ghost now. So
Yeah.
I wonder how
No,
they're
no,
gonna
I
do
knew
that.
he was gonna be a ghost
I was like,
here.
well,
I
he's a
think we all
ghost
knew.
now, so let's see how well. And then I do like, some people said, I talked to some people that say they didn't like the fact that it was almost immediate. but like as soon as they went to the house, his family,
Mm-hmm.
he pretty much automatically announced himself that he was there. Like,
Well,
and then the fact that everybody was easily accepting of it, like the moving lamp and all that. And then,
I mean, I feel like it was already kind of in their blood anyway. So, you
well,
know, they are related.
Egon's granddaughter, yes. His daughter accepting it like that, I thought was a little.
Well, but like so picture this: you're the child of a Ghostbuster.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you not believe any of your father's stories?
So they really didn't establish when he left them.
I know, but I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
I mean,
It still would be a little freaking out. Like, I'm just kind of looking at a picture that, if I was the daughter, I'm looking at a picture that my father left me, and all of a sudden I see like a lamp coming over and just kind of looking at me, and then looking at the. I'm like, it would freak me out.
At that point in the story, it had already been established that ghosts were. I mean, because hadn't she?
No, they haven't. She hasn't seen the ghost yet at that point. Because
No,
she
the
didn't realize
the kids were on the.
The kids were, yes, but not the mom.
Didn't they say something to?
Because
they
the mom didn't.
tried to, but mom was not believing. Like, they tried to explain Munch to her,
Yeah.
and she wasn't having that. But I think that was.
But
Yeah, that
mom,
was before that.
yeah, because mom didn't realize until after she woke up inside the Ecto 1. She's like, wait, what's happening? What's happening? And then they had to kind of catch her up on all that happened.
Yeah.
But Paul Rudd, fantastic.
Oh yeah, he did a great job.
He's great in everything. Like,
It's
Paul
true.
Rudd was
Yeah.
so fantastic.
Yeah.
And then I saw in the interview he said that he really wanted to when he became possessed.
Mhm.
He really wanted to bring out Rick Moranis'
Yeah.
version, because I was like, all right, that was, especially the way he's coming down from
That was good.
I was like,
He was the Rick Moranis of the movie. It was good.
I love your eyes.
well, not quite the Rick Moranis, because he was actually successful with the girl he was trying to get with.
Oh, poor Rick Moranis.
No, he got with
Janine in Ghostbusters 2, but
Yeah.
did not get with Dana in Ghostbusters 1. And just so you guys know, when we talk about fan service versus pandering, Star Wars The Force Awakens, which is what a lot of people are comparing Ghostbusters Afterlife to, definitely does more pandering to the fans
Yes.
than it does fan service.
Yes.
And fan service definitely happens in this movie, where it's like a payoff to something, or, oh, you've seen the original movies and you're a fan, here's something that you'll get and appreciate, but
Yes.
not like, the only thing we have is this. Because I'm anxious to see where they go with the series now, because it's not done, in my opinion.
No, it's definitely not done.
I don't think so
especially if
either.
you wait to the very, very end. For those of you who've not waited to the very, very end, the fact that, and that's something I kind of want to talk about too. It seems like Winston is going to do. I think he's going to be their financial backer.
I think he's actually going to be the person to set up the new shop, which I'm totally on board with, because Winston, in my opinion, never got a fair shake of screen time in the
Agreed.
first two
I agree.
movies.
Agreed.
Especially because, like, I get it in the first one, like, he's hired in the last minute, like, the 11th hour, he shows up, and then he's there, but, like, he never grew from that part. So I always felt like that was kind of a shame to not see the fourth Ghostbuster develop. But I think him holding on to it as the legacy and being the person who backs it moving forward, I think that's a great place to take that story.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I agree, 100%.
Especially since Ray thought that some other place had bought the firehouse.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, he said it was a Starbucks or something.
Yeah, he says, apparently there's like an Easter egg behind that whole bit of dialogue with him saying that, I forgot what the dialogue was, but it referenced Robert De Niro from a movie that he did.
Oh.
So I have to look into it more, but it was based on that reference. But I do want to say that, like, it wasn't just me, or did you get the feel goods the moment she powered up that?
Oh yeah, like
There were a lot of feel good moments.
They use heavy ASMR feelings like all the time. Like
I saw it in IMAX.
They turn on the power pack, and you're like,
Man, I love that sound.
that's a noise I'm familiar with. The siren goes off. You're like, okay.
The moment both the police car and like the one left the police station, and then you hear the siren go off. I'm like, this is just.
They used the nostalgia machine in a precisely tactful way.
They cranked up to 11.
Such strategy
Perfect.
that it really just tugged at you the whole time. If you were a fan of Ghostbusters, this was the perfect movie.
Every time the proton packs went off, I was like, yes, that sound, like the humming, even the added sounds from when you actually see the collider spinning on it. Because I thought those were lights, just lights. They were actually spinning because that's,
Part
science.
of the machine,
But like I was like, this is fantastic.
Well, and it's important that the original creator and his son, they worked on it together. So it's like it was
It's
there's
a
no
legit
way it couldn't have been like this.
passing of the torch movie,
Yeah.
and it's done expertly well. Like, and now it leaves you with enough questions where like you'd sit through a sequel, you'd see what happens next.
Mm-hmm.
Is the containment field down? It was put down in the first movie, but then it was kind of back up in the second one.
And we all know
how
that
many ghosts were stored there.
Yeah, we all know that the red blinking light means that something's in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
Do we think that Ghost of the Gozerian's done? Are we going to move on to a different extra dimensional being? Like now that he doesn't have his sight set, like there's more stuff there, and there's another time for him to come through, which I think is 2134 is the next.
Yeah, there
sequential
were
thing.
more
So
on there.
I'm just interested to see like where we go from here, because maybe Shandor was controlling how much paranormal energy was going out so that he could bring back Gozer, but now without that, maybe other forces can now set their sights on Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially since Gozer's officially trapped. Gozer's not back in it in its original plane. It's trapped.
Yeah.
So we don't know. But definitely let us know what you thought about it. If it tugged on the heartstrings. I know
Did
a lot
you
of
have an
people,
emotional impact in the last?
a lot of people know
the
at the
last
end
part of
cried.
that third act.
You should have. If you
Yes.
didn't, where
if you
is
did,
your soul?
something's wrong with you. Okay.
Oh no, something's not wrong with you. But come on, where's your soul, man?
It's trapped in a containment.
Yes.
Yeah. Let it out.
Let us know in the comments, and while you're down there, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. But we're gonna say sayonara for now.
Yeah, busting makes us feel good.